You have to help me. It's back. What's back, Mariah? I hadn't told her before. I was too ashamed, too afraid of what she might say if she knew what I did. But now, I had no choice. So I told her everything. The abandoned house, the ritual, the mirror, the betrayal, the Jumbie. By the time I finished, I could barely breathe. Then Granny spoke. A warning. The Jumbie is back, and he's reclaiming what is his. A cold shiver rolled down my spine. Put your mother on the phone. I handed Mom the phone in silence. I watched Mom's face as she listened. Her expression slowly changed. Worry, doubt, fear. When she hung up, she turned to me. Your father will drop you by Mom's place tomorrow, before he goes to work. And just like that, she handed me back my phone and turned back to the TV. No questions, no arguments. I didn't sleep that night. Hey guys, remember me? Mariah from Trinidad? If you can't remember, you need to go check out part 1 before this gets way darker. Hit the link below to catch up on this real-life nightmare if you dare. So last Halloween, me and my friends, we made a huge mistake. We snuck into this abandoned house, but it wasn't just any house. It was cursed. We ended up summoning a Jumbie. And my friends, they almost didn't make it out. But I outsmarted it, and we managed to escape. But it didn't end there. The Jumbie, it's not done with us. Not even close. I can feel him watching me, waiting, and I'm terrified. Ah! The scream ripped from my throat before I even realized I was screaming. My parents burst in, wide-eyed, panicked.
Mariah, what is it? What's wrong?
But I couldn't speak. My mouth moved, no sound. My heart was pounding so loud it drowned everything else out. I lifted a trembling finger and pointed to the TV. It's been reported that Anne disappeared from her bedroom sometime last night. Her parents say they woke up to find her bed empty, no signs of forced entry. But there was something else. They described a lingering smell, something rotten, like something decaying. Mom dropped down beside me and pulled me into her arms, and I crumbled. Mom, it's him. I know it's him. Oh, Mariah, sweetie. But I could see it in her eyes. She didn't believe me. Neither did Dad. They thought what happened last Halloween was just a bad dream, a trick of the mind, my imagination playing games with me, the stress of starting university. And now, Anne's gone. And whether you believe me or not, I know the Jumbie took her. I'm going to bed. I didn't wait for my parents to respond. I couldn't. Their pitying eyes made my skin crawl. I dragged myself to my room, closed the door, and locked it. Not that a lock would stop him. Tears ran down my cheeks as I thought about Anne. My hands shook as I shot a message to Dwight and Jacob. Did you guys see the news? Are you okay? They hadn't spoken to me since that night, but with Anne gone, I hoped they would. I stared at the screen and paced. Minutes bled into hours, then 2, still nothing. And just when I thought the silence would finally suffocate me, a cold chill brushed the back of my neck. Like breath, like someone was standing right behind me. I spun around. No one. With my phone clutched in my hand, I scrambled out of my room and headed for the kitchen. I only knew one person who would believe me. Granny. I hit call. The line rang once, twice. Hello? Granny. My voice shook. You have to help me. It's back. What's back, Mariah? I hadn't told her before. I was too ashamed, too afraid of what she might say if she knew what I did. But now, I had no choice. So I told her everything. The abandoned house, the ritual, the mirror, the betrayal, the Jumbie. By the time I finished, I could barely breathe. Then Granny spoke. A warning. The Jumbie is back, and he's reclaiming what is his. A cold shiver rolled down my spine. Put your mother on the phone. I handed Mom the phone in silence. I watched Mom's face as she listened. Her expression slowly changed. Worry, doubt, fear. When she hung up, she turned to me. Your father will drop you by Mom's place tomorrow, before he goes to work. And just like that, she handed me back my phone and turned back to the TV. No questions, no arguments. I didn't sleep that night. I drank coffee like it was water. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. Every creak in the house made my heart lurch. I swear I saw shadows move when I blinked. By the time morning came and Dad dropped me off at Granny's, I was a wreck. But when she opened the door and pulled me into a hug, I felt the tightness in my chest loosen a little. She stepped back, looked me dead in the eye. Come inside, Mariah. We've got a lot of work to do. As soon as I stepped into Granny's house, the smell hit me. Thick incense smoke curled through the air, trailing from a burning coal pot on the floor. The whole place glowed in warm, flickering candlelight. Not a single bulb was on. It was like stepping into a different world. I barely got 2 steps in when she pressed something into my hand. It was small and soft, with a red ribbon for the necklace. Inside, I could feel it, the hard edge of blue soap, tiny beads, maybe even salt. Put it round your neck.
and don't take it off. Not to sleep, not to bathe. This ain't just for babies.
I placed it around my neck, and I looked around the room. That's when I noticed them. Blue bottles by every window, every door. Some were filled with clear liquid.
They trap spirits, and if you try to come in, he'll get caught, or at least slow down.
My heart was hammering as Granny led me to her room and sat me on the low stool. Without a word, she pulled a small bottle from the dresser. It was filled with dark oil that smelled super gross. Granny, what is that? And please don't tell me you're gonna put that on me. I don't know what it is with Caribbean elders and funky, smelly remedies. Ugh, I thought I was gonna puke.
Hush, child.
She rubbed it across my forehead, my chest, my palms, whispering in a language I didn't understand. When she was done, she kissed my forehead and pointed to the guest room.
No matter what you hear today, don't come out from that room.
Luckily for me, the time my head hit the pillow, I drifted off to sleep. I woke up the next morning. Yup, you heard right. But whatever Granny had rubbed on me and whatever words she said had made me feel mellow and safe. And of course, the Jumbie bag around my neck helped. In the corner of the living room, something was hidden under a white sheet. Granny, what's that?
Nothing for you to be worried about. And don't go looking under it either.
For the next few days, I still tried to get in contact with Dwight and Jacob, but they refused to reach out. And every night, Granny rubbed me with that oil and said those words, and I'd sleep peacefully. One night, I was drifting off to sleep when my phone buzzed with a notification. It was a voice message from Jacob. My finger trembled as I pressed play, unsure of what I was about to listen to.
Anne's parents are devastated. I mean, it really can't be... What the heck is that? Jacob! He's here! The jump!
My heart dropped to my stomach and immediately called Jacob, and he was crying. Jacob, when did this happen?
About 30 minutes ago. I thought Dwight was pranking me again, you know? But then I got to his house and I saw the police lights. I knew he was gone. I went into his room. The smell, I remember it from that night in the house.
Jacob sounded so far away, like he was already halfway gone too. I'm putting you on speaker. I ran straight to the kitchen. Granny was there, stirring a pot on the stove. Strands of cocoa were soaking in a thick yellowish liquid on the counter. Granny, Jacob's on the line. Dwight's been taken by the Jumbie. Granny didn't even flinch.
Jacob, go home. Pack a bag. Come here, now.
My parents have a buck. That's a spirit too, right? He should be able to protect me.
Bucks bring wealth. They don't hop into the fighting arena of a vengeful Jumbie.
Okay, I'll come.
I quickly gave Jacob Granny's address and said goodbye. 2 hours later, there was a knock on the door and Granny opened it.
Turn around and walk in backward. No need to bring more spirits in this house.
As soon as Jacob was inside, I wrapped my arms around him and we cried. I cried for Annie, for Dwight, for Jacob, but mostly, I cried because all of this was my fault. I could barely get the words out. Everything's gonna be okay. We're safe now. Granny will protect us. Granny nodded, her eyes darkened.
Tonight we rest, but come tomorrow night, we end this. You can't run from this thing forever.
That night, Granny gave Jacob a bag with a red string just like mine. The same ritual followed, the oil, the chanting, and even the forehead kiss she gave Jacob. The next morning, Granny sat us down.
We'll be going to the cemetery tonight.
Jacob and I exchanged a quick glance, fear flashing in our eyes.
To defeat the Jumbie, we need to draw him out. Same mirror, same ritual.
My heart raced as my eyes landed on the object across the room, covered by a white sheet. I knew what it was, but I had to ask anyway. That's the mirror, isn't it?
Yes, that's the gateway he used to get to you. We can't draw him out at his stronghold. We'll have to take him to ours.
I blinked, unsure if I heard her right. Our stronghold is a cemetery?
Yes. Our ancestors are there, and it's the thinnest veil between the living and the dead. Once the ritual is complete, he'll never return to haunt you.
Never?
Never.
Granny turned to me, her expression hardening, and I felt myself shrink.
Mariah, when you came to me wanting to learn about the spirits, I was proud. I thought maybe you were ready, but I warned you, there's always a price. And now your price was the lives of your friends. I hope you understand now and learned your lesson.
Tears stung my eyes. I did.
Good. Now let's get to work.
For the rest of the day, Granny prepared us for the ritual, explaining exactly what we needed to do. Around 11 that night, we got to the cemetery. Granny swept a small patch of earth with her cocoa broom and placed the mirror in the center of it. Then placed the mirror in the middle.
Remember, when he arrives, I'll take him look in the mirror. He'll be paralyzed just long enough for you to draw the circle. Then I'll finish the ritual. Got it?
Jacob and I nodded. I was shaking so much that my teeth were chattering. At 11:55, with salt bags in hand, Jacob and I took our positions in front of the mirror. A sudden gust of wind blew through the cemetery, and I shivered. At midnight, Jacob and I recited the words together. Jumbie of the night, I summon thee. Reveal your presence, let me see. The hair on the back of my neck rose. The entire cemetery felt like it took a deep breath, as if it were waking up. The ground trembled beneath us, and Jacob gripped my hand. A low, guttural laugh echoed from all corners of the graveyard. We smelled him. He was coming.
Get ready, kids.
Thick black smoke curled from the mirror and formed into a man with blood-red eyes. I held my breath. Before the Jumbie could lock eyes with us, Granny stepped forward and snapped.
What's shaking, good looking?
The Jumbie turned, and in that instant, Granny shifted the mirror. His gaze landed on his reflection, and he froze.
Now, kids!
Snapping out of it, Jacob and I bolted into motion, pouring salt in a circle around the Jumbie and the mirror. Just as we closed the loop, he let out a roar that rattled the tombstones.
You can't keep me locked in this stupid circle.
I don't plan to. I plan to banish you. You picked the wrong person to mess with.
Granny whipped out a blessed cutlass from her bag, its blade wrapped in red cloth. She slammed it into the ground between Jacob and me and the Jumbie, severing the spiritual ties connecting him to us. The Jumbie howled in fury as he slammed repeatedly against the force field entrapment. The earth shook with every blow. Then Granny pulled out Kokoye strands she'd been soaking in holy oil and rained licks on the Jumbie like he was a disobedient child. With each leash, the Jumbie shrieked, his form flickering. He was weakening, but so was Granny. I ran toward her, panic rising.
Don't touch me! My ancestors will help me. This is our stronghold, remember?
And then I saw them. For a few seconds, ghostly figures appeared, standing in a wide circle around us before they faded. Jacob and I stood there holding each other's hands, trembling. Granny raised her arm and gave the final strike. The Jumbie let out one last blood-curdling roar, then vanished, and so did the smell. Granny threw the mirror to the ground, grabbed the cutlass, and smashed the mirror. She grabbed a handful of dirt and threw it over the shattered mirror.
Cover his eyes! Blind his way back! The hole, quickly!
We picked up the mirror and dumped it face down into the hole that was dug earlier. Once the hole was covered, Granny stepped back.
Now we seal it.
She uncorked a small bottle of holy water and poured it in a circle over the grave, followed by handfuls of salt flung deliberately at the four corners.
Salt to lock, water to bind. Spirit that wanders, you stay confined.
Then Granny pulled out a special Jumbie bag with blue soap, garlic, jet beads, and basil. She placed it dead center on the grave, then covered it with a palm frond cross.
This will keep him where he belongs.
Granny, what would happen if someone moved the pouch?
They'll awaken the Jumbie, but he'll be their problem now. This is why you don't touch things in the graveyard. Now it's time to get the ancestors back to where they belong.
She pulled out a bundle of sage wrapped in cloth.
Ancestors of my blood, I send you home. Your work here is done, and the path is clear.
The smoke from the sage rose higher, and the ancestors appeared. They smiled, and then one by one, they faded. Granny sighed, and I could see the exhaustion in her eyes. I tried to hug her, but she stepped out of my grasp.
Gotta clean myself first before I hug you.
Thank you, Granny, for everything.
Thank you. I'm forever in your debt.
You'll thank me by rubbing my feet when we get home. The first thing we'll do when we reach home is head straight to the tub. Lime, blue soap, and a shot of white rum each.
As we walked out of the cemetery, I knew I'd be forever haunted by the lives lost because of my actions. That will be my punishment, one I'll carry forever.